Welcome back to Beyond Normal Labs, the podcast for people whose labs say fine, but whose bodies say otherwise. I'm Kate, and this is episode 2. Let me guess. You've tried increasing your medication. Your doctor bumped up the dose, maybe twice, and told you to give it a few weeks. You waited. Nothing changed. You've switched brands. Synthroid to Armour, Armour to Tirosint, generic to name brand, back to generic. Maybe you pushed for T3 added to your T4. Different packaging, same exhaustion. You cut gluten, you tried Paleo. Maybe you went full AIP, autoimmune protocol, eliminating everything that might possibly be inflaming your system. You forced yourself to exercise, even when your body was screaming for rest. You prioritized sleep, managed stress, meditated, journaled. And then there's the cabinet. You know the one. The shelf full of supplements you couldn't finish. Some because they did absolutely nothing, others because they made you feel worse. The burps, the nausea, the fishy aftertaste that haunted you for hours. You've spent money. You've spent time. You've spent hope. Over and over again. And here's what I need you to hear right now. None of this is your fault. Today, we're going to talk about why all of these things failed. Not because you did them wrong, but because they were never designed to solve the actual problem. Let's start with the thing your doctor controls, the medication. When you still feel terrible despite treatment, the first instinct, for you and your doctor, is to adjust the dose. More hormone should mean more energy, right? Sometimes it helps, but often it doesn't. And here's why. There's a ceiling effect with thyroid medication. Studies show that 30 to 40% of patients on higher T4 doses experience no additional symptom relief. In fact, pushing the dose too high can cause a whole new set of problems. Anxiety, heart palpitations, bone density issues. So you try switching medication types instead. Maybe you've heard that natural desiccated thyroid, like Armour or NP thyroid, works better because it contains both T4 and T3. Or maybe you switched to synthetic because someone told you the natural stuff was inconsistent. Here's the thing. Switching medication types addresses delivery. It changes how the hormone gets to your bloodstream. But it doesn't address utilization, whether your cells can actually do anything with that hormone once it arrives. Think of it this way. If your medication isn't working, the instinct is to try different delivery trucks, different brands, different formulations, faster trucks, slower trucks, bigger trucks. But what if the problem isn't the truck? What if the problem is that when the truck arrives, no one's home to receive the package? Or the door is locked and you don't have the key? Different trucks delivering the same package to the same locked door won't help. You needed the key, not a different delivery service. If medication adjustments didn't work, you probably turned to lifestyle changes next. And let me be clear, that instinct is good. The things you tried, they matter, they help, but they can't complete the picture on their own. Let's talk about the diets first. Gluten-free, dairy-free, AIP, Paleo, low FODMAP. Maybe you tried them all at different times, looking for the magic combination that would finally make you feel human again. And here's the truth. For some people, removing inflammatory foods does provide relief. Studies suggest that dietary modifications can improve symptoms by 20 to 30% in some thyroid patients, especially those with Hashimoto's. 20 to 30%. That's real. That's meaningful. But it's not 100%. And if you were already eating well, if you were already doing all the right things, that improvement might have been barely noticeable. Then there's exercise. You pushed yourself to move, even when every cell in your body was begging to stay horizontal, because everyone said exercise would give you more energy. And maybe it did, a little. But for many people with undertreated or incompletely treated thyroid issues, intense exercise actually makes things worse. Your body doesn't have the resources to recover properly. You end up more depleted than before. Sleep, stress management, meditation, therapy, journaling, adaptogens, infrared saunas, cold plunges. You tried it all. Some of it helped around the edges. None of it fixed the core problem. Here's what no one told you. Lifestyle optimization improves how your system functions, but it cannot compensate for nutritional depletion at the cellular level. You did everything right. Perfect diet, 8 hours of sleep, stress management, supplements, and you still felt wrong. That's not failure. That's a missing foundation. Now let's talk about that cabinet, the supplement graveyard. If you've been dealing with thyroid issues for any length of time, you've probably accumulated quite a collection. Bottles you started with hope and abandoned with disappointment. Maybe you tried selenium after reading it supports thyroid conversion, or zinc, or iron, or vitamin D, maybe a B complex, a multivitamin, an iodine supplement. Some of them did nothing. You took them faithfully for months, felt exactly the same, and eventually stopped. Others caused problems. GI upset, weird reactions, interactions you didn't expect. And then there's organ supplements. The research on ancestral nutrition is compelling. The idea makes sense. Your body might need the same nutrients our ancestors got from eating the whole animal. Liver, thyroid, kidney, heart. So you bought a bottle. Maybe 2, maybe 4. And if you're like many people I hear from, it was a disaster. The burps, that unmistakable taste that came up hours later, the nausea that hit within days, the stomach cramps, feeling toxic, like your body was rejecting the very thing that was supposed to help. One person told us, "I threw away 4 bottles of liver pills. They all made me sick within days. I thought my body was rejecting organ meat. I thought I was one of those people who just couldn't tolerate it." Here's what actually happened. Her body wasn't rejecting organ nutrition. It was rejecting poor quality. Most organ supplements on the market are processed with heat, which destroys the delicate nutrients that make them valuable in the first place. They oxidize quickly, becoming rancid. They contain harsh proteins that are difficult to digest, especially for people with hypothyroidism, who often have compromised gut function and lower stomach acid. The supplement wasn't designed for you. It was designed for healthy biohackers with iron stomachs trying to optimize an already functioning system. You needed something gentle, something that preserved the nutrients, something designed for sensitive digestion. You didn't fail the supplement failed you. At some point, you probably looked beyond conventional medicine. You found a functional medicine doctor, an integrative practitioner, a naturopath who promised to look at the whole picture. And in many ways, they did. They ran tests your regular doctor wouldn't. They looked at markers like reverse T3, thyroid antibodies, nutrient levels. They took you seriously when you said you still felt terrible. That validation alone might have been worth the price of admission. But then came the protocol. The supplements, not 1 or 2, but 10 or 15 different bottles. The timing schedules, the cycling, the retesting, the adjustments, the follow-up appointments, and the cost. Oh, the cost. I've talked to people who spent $3,000, $5,000, $8,000, more. One person told us, "I spent over $8,000 on functional medicine testing and custom protocols. I felt maybe 10% better. When I did the math, I realized I was paying $800 per percentage point of improvement." Here's the difficult truth. Many functional medicine approaches are genuinely trying to help. They understand that thyroid treatment is more complex than just normalizing TSH. That matters. But the solutions are often complicated, expensive, and inconsistent. Multiple supplements from multiple brands, each with different quality standards. Protocols that require a PhD to follow correctly. And at the end of all that complexity, similar results to what you'd get from a simpler, more foundational approach. Complex doesn't always mean better. Expensive doesn't always mean effective. Sometimes what you need isn't a 17-supplement protocol. Sometimes you need to address the foundation that makes everything else work. So why does all of this keep happening? Why do so many solutions fail to solve the problem? Because the entire thyroid treatment paradigm is incomplete. Here's a statistic that might shock you. Surveys of clinical practice patterns show that 78% of endocrinologists focus exclusively on TSH normalization when treating thyroid patients. 78%. That means the vast majority of thyroid specialists consider their job done when your TSH hits the normal range. If you still feel terrible after that, well, that must be something else. Depression maybe, stress, sleep problems, aging. But it's not something else. It's the same thing. It's the gap between hormone delivery and hormone utilization that no one is addressing. Your doctor wasn't wrong to prescribe medication. Medication is essential. It's step 1. But medication is chapter 1 of a longer story, and most practitioners close the book after the first chapter. The dose increases, the brand switches, the diets, the supplements, the protocols, they were all attempts to read further into a book that was never fully written. You kept looking for the next chapter. It didn't exist yet. Until now. So where does all of this leave you? First, I hope it leaves you with some compassion for yourself. You weren't failing at these solutions. These solutions were failing to address the actual problem. The medication merry-go-round didn't work because medication addresses delivery, not utilization. The diets and lifestyle changes helped at the margins, but couldn't fix a foundational depletion. The supplements either did nothing or made you sick because they weren't designed for your sensitive system. The functional medicine protocols were expensive and complicated and often no more effective than simpler approaches. None of this was your fault. Second, I hope you're starting to see a pattern. All of these solutions share something in common. They assume that getting thyroid hormone to your body is the whole game. But what if there's a second half to the game? What if your cells need something specific to actually use that hormone once it arrives? Medication gets hormone to your cells, but something else is needed to get it inside. That something else is exactly what we're covering in episode 3. Before I go, I want to say one more thing. I know how exhausting it is to keep trying, to keep hoping, to keep spending money and energy on solutions that promise everything and deliver nothing. The supplement graveyard in your cabinet isn't a testament to your failure. It's a testament to your persistence. You kept looking for answers when everyone around you was telling you the answers didn't exist. That persistence is about to pay off. In episode 3, we're going to talk about the cellular mechanism that explains everything. Why your medication alone can't complete the job. What your cells actually need to convert and utilize thyroid hormone, and why 90% of people are deficient in at least one of these critical nutrients. It's the aha moment that connects all the dots, and it's probably not what you expect. If you found this episode helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear that their failures weren't their fault. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss episode 3. Thanks for being here. I'll talk to you in the next one.